A lot of men think they know what women fantasize about. It's an image filled with romantic dinners, soft kisses, and a bed covered in rose petals. But here's the unsettling truth: what actually consumes her thoughts late at night is far more primal, far more dangerous, and far darker than she'll ever admit. She won't speak it aloud. She won't even confide in her closest girlfriends. But every woman carries this one secret desire, a hidden erotic fantasy that gnaws at her. A longing so intense it would shock you if she ever confessed it. And she keeps it hidden for one simple reason: if you knew, you'd never look at her the same way again. So, pay attention, because I'm about to reveal what women really crave in silence. And once you understand it, you'll never see her the same way again. The forbidden dream of losing control. Every single woman you've ever met carries this fantasy tucked away in the darkest corners of her mind. She'll never write it in a journal, never whisper it to you, not even if she trusts you with everything else. But it's there, burning, hidden, and waiting. On the surface, women are taught to present themselves as strong, independent, and untouchable. They run companies, raise families, and manage their lives with absolute precision. They'll tell you they don't need anyone, that they can handle themselves, that they're in control. And they can. But in the private world of their most secret fantasies, that control isn't what excites them, it's what exhausts them. What their body truly craves is the exact opposite. They long for a man who makes them feel safe enough to surrender, to drop the act, to hand over the reins and let go in a way they can't in the rest of their lives. This is why women are drawn to a man who embodies confidence and certainty, who walks into a room as if he already knows who he is. Because deep down, her forbidden dream is to melt into that certainty, to feel the rush of being guided, claimed, and consumed by a force she can't resist. Think about it: all day long, she's making decisions, calculating, organizing, and juggling a constant stream of responsibilities in her head. But desire lives in the body, not the mind. The body can't fantasize about spreadsheets and schedules. The body fantasizes about release, about being taken out of the endless loop of control and swept into something primal that makes her forget herself entirely. In her hidden fantasies, she imagines scenarios where she isn't the one steering, where the man doesn't ask permission for every little thing, where she doesn't have to think about how she looks, what she's saying, or whether she's doing it right. In her forbidden dream, she can just let go, be undone, and be completely taken over by a raw, unapologetic desire. And here's the paradox: the stronger and more independent a woman is, the more powerful this fantasy tends to be. The boss, the CEO, the woman who seems to have it all under control, she is the one most likely to ache for surrender in private. Because the higher the wall she builds in her daily life, the more intoxicating it feels to let them crumble in the arms of a man who knows what he's doing. But she'll never say this out loud. The psychology of polarity. Why does this fantasy run so deep? It all comes down to polarity. Masculine and feminine energy are opposites, and opposites create attraction. Feminine energy, at its core, wants to flow, to feel, and to surrender. Masculine energy, at its core, wants to lead, to claim, and to direct. When a man embodies that grounded certainty, the feminine instinctively responds by softening, opening, and letting go. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's biology, it's psychology. It's the dance of polarity that has been playing out since the beginning of time. And here's the forbidden truth: the fantasy of losing control isn't about danger, it's about safety. A woman can only surrender to a man she trusts deeply. This is why the guys who whine, hesitate, or constantly ask for validation never get to see this side of her. They don't inspire surrender, they inspire caution. But the man who moves with calm authority, who doesn't beg, who doesn't flinch, that's the man who unlocks her secret fantasy. She knows, without words, that he can handle her. And once she feels that, her whole body gives in. Picture this: you're at dinner. She's in control of the conversation, witty, confident, and charming. Everyone is laughing. But then you lean in, lower your voice, and tell her, "We're leaving in 5 minutes. You're coming with me." You don't ask, you don't explain. You just say it with a kind of certainty that leaves no room for doubt. Outwardly, she might smirk, tease you, or roll her eyes. But inside, she's shivering. In that moment, you've taken her out of her head and put her into her body. You've sparked the exact fantasy she'll never confess, that dream of being guided, claimed, and unable to resist. And here's the most dangerous part: once you've awakened this side of her, she'll never look at you the same way again. Every other man will feel weaker by comparison. You'll be the one who touched the secret she hides from the world. You'll be the one who gave her what she craves but would never admit, the ecstasy of losing control. So, when you hear women talk about their ideal man and all the nice, polite, socially acceptable things he should do, remember this: that's the mask. That's the safe version she can say out loud. But the fantasy that keeps her awake at night, the one she'll never put into words, is this forbidden dream: to finally let go. To lose herself in the hands of a man who won't hesitate. To surrender her control and discover the pleasure that only comes when she stops fighting to be in charge. She'll never tell you. She'll deny it if you ask. But once you see it in her eyes, once you feel it in her body, you'll know. Every woman carries this forbidden dream. The only question is whether you are man enough to awaken it.